He's a lot more tentative and cautious than what I was anticipating. I thought he would come in like a bull in a china shop. And all three of yours have actually eaten something pretty well off the bat, which is actually quite rare. Most dogs need to sort of do an inventory of the room before they can actually give themselves over to that.
Yeah. Oh, he's great. Put him. That's my girl that's supposed to be asleep.
It's like, I've got my bone now, I need to go find somewhere to rest to eat it. You want to take it back to the car, do you?
I don't want to come home with me.
You used the other chicken lady. So he's still got that biscuit in his mouth.
Reload, like,
And so that hackles on his back, his hair's come up ever so slightly, which just means he's a bit aroused and he's a bit just ready to react and pivot to stuff.
looking for a hidey hole.
He is. He's looking for somewhere to bury it, I think.
So
Is he a barrier?
Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
people might steal my bone.
They might. Our coat's smoothed out now. We're starting to relax a little bit. You can see he's sort of weighing up the choice of there's other stuff I want to eat, but I can't eat them all with this in my mouth. So I either need to give it up or I need to eat it. He's like, what do I do? Yeah, you're all right, darling.
It's a conflict for him.
Yeah, it is. And his pace has sort of picked up a little bit. Like, I don't know what I'm doing, so I'm just going to look like I'm having a good time. He does. He does.
No one else steals my bone.
But you got the whole stage up there. You can go off.
He's hiding on the mat there. Willow Catcher's obviously finished her kangaroo rib.
That look like a good place to bury that, does it? Or swapped it. Would you like to take that to the car, would you?
He's very proud of himself.
He is, isn't he?
I love it.
And I notice his pace always picks up near Dad. He's like, unsure. Oh, okay, I'm safe. Would you like to see the thing that I have? I have something. It's very nice. Yeah. Look what I found. I discovered it all by myself.
Just check to make sure you've got something yummy in that bag. That's his highlight. Look at him.
Yeah, he's so proud. You foraged that all by yourself.
It's lovely to see their different personalities.
Yeah, it is.
He's very happy, tail wagging. He's a dilemma. There's something like that.
Yeah.
We should have bought a cage for you, shouldn't we? Hey, I know.
And jumping up's a really interesting one. A lot of people think dogs will only ever jump up if they're happy to see you. Sometimes they do jump up if they're a bit nervous and they're looking for reassurance. Yeah.
Frankie doesn't.
Yeah, yeah.
He needs a puppy.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so
We need a little back
that
cave.
explains, I think, why he has to jump up on me or Zach.
Hmm.
Does it?
Potentially.
Do you say no?
Pardon?
Does he get told off to jump up?
Oh, no, what I'm
Oh, he's
thinking
right
is
now,
that
it's bad.
he's familiar with me and Zach, but not you two.
Yeah. My cattle dog will put his front feet up on a stranger to sniff them and get the information, and I have to tell them, don't pat him. I know it looks like he's going in for a hug, but he's not. He's actually just getting information. He's digging in
He's trying to bury his
God love him.
You need to get a pile of sand. You need some sand.
Drop it there, because
Huh?
it came out.
He did. He did drop it for a millisecond.
He went over there trying to bury it in the mess. There's no sand here.
And I love just watching how their brains work things out.
Great to be inside their head.
I know.
Or not, one of the two.
Well, yeah. Depends on the dog.
I haven't got anything.
Zach, did you want to get up and go for a wander sort of around that back half of the room, and we'll just see if that changes anything? Oh, where's Dad going? Because he might, you know, take it off and settle and rest up there if you're up there. There's a bunch of other stuff to explore. And I just think it's so wild that they can still sniff and take in all this information while they have something in their mouth. God love him. He's such a staffy.
Yes.
Such a staffy.
See the different breeds.
It is. And the different ages as well.
How old is he?
14 months.
Oh, he's only a baby too.
Yeah, he's a bubba. But you can see when his brain works because his body slows down. And then when his brain's not on, it's...
He really wants to chew it.
He does. I don't want anybody else to have it. I want to save it for later, but I also want to do the other things in the room.
Do you think because he's smelling other dogs in here, probably thinks they might come and steal it?
Maybe. What would he do if this was at home? Would he be trying to bury this right now? Would he?
He'd probably eat it.
Okay.
To me, it's looking for somewhere to go, like not somewhere safe, but a bed to go to.
Yeah.
He'll be usually rolling on the grass.
Okay, with it in his mouth. That's terrific.
What'd you say, sir?
He'll be rolling around on the grass with it in his mouth.
I love stuffies. And so this is obviously only one variation of how we would set this up. Just to
Smart.
What have you got? Have you got all the things? Party bag to take home.
He needs a little bag.
Oh,
Shopping bag.
It's almost like he wants you to hold them for him. He wants someone to hold on to them to keep them safe.
So yeah, this is only one layout, and then as you start to know how they respond in this room, you can make choices about how to influence that. So if he was to come back again, I'd probably say, okay, well, why don't we just pop some kibble out and not have anything big and chewy that he can hold on to, and then see what that creates. I mean, this is also fine. He's having the best time. Free work is hard for people to wrap their head around because they tend to want to come in and be like, what's the goal? Where's the end goal? What do I achieve? Where are we going? And that's a very human, it's a very human thing. It is, it really is. Whereas this is just like, who are you? What do you want to do? Like, there's no end goal. And that can be really uncomfortable for humans a lot of the time.
Council will come and evict us too.
No. We don't have...
I don't normally bark. It's
It's fine.
catches and naughty. We had one here, so
I love the parade though. Like, can you see what I found?
He's
And
very
isn't it?
proud.
He's very proud. Oh no. He dropped them. What happens now? Oh, peanut butter biscuit trumps the kangaroo rib, does it? What's that dog saying? Important information for you?
interesting.
Mm.
I think he's worked out that we're they're not going to take the bones and other treats.
There's no-
I think so too.
I think
And I love the choice that we all made at the moment where he dropped them, because it would, again, be such a human thing to pick them up so he doesn't get distracted by them again and can keep going. But I think that's exactly what he didn't want to have happen.
Especially a peanut butter cookie.
Those are my most divisive treats. I either get dogs that think they are the dirt under their shoe and will not touch them, or I get dogs that think they are the best thing since sliced bread and that's all they'll eat. It's so bizarre.
Yeah,
He
my
got all
dogs
that
that
out
won't
of
touch them.
Yeah,
Eats them all the time.
yeah, how funny.
Nice.
And so I would assume and extrapolate out that we're now starting to feel a bit more relaxed and comfortable, and that's why we're eating rather than just carrying. If I was to ask him, I don't know what he'd say.
Those noisy hands are mine.
Well, once everyone's done, I know you're staying on for the next one anyway, so they can come in and be my vacuum.
I'll bring Catchy.
She can come in and be my vacuum.
I'll get Catchy. Catchy vacuum.
And notice that we deliberately only ate the couple of puzzles that were the closest to where we left our thing. We didn't go too far.
Oh, he took his phone. I didn't see him grab
He
it.
did.
So-
He came back and got it. Emotional support bone. And carry it with you.
That was a big change there. That's lovely.
And the speed slowed right down too.
And he's dropped it to get
He
the-
has. And I mean, kibble is a little bit like iceberg lettuce. Like it's quite low on the rung of,
Well, he doesn't get kibble at home.
what's he get at home?
He gets fresh food.
Okay, so kibble might even be a novelty. There you go. That's an assumption that I made.
Yeah, no, he gets, I cook veggies and he gets meat.
Oh, you're better fed than me,
Oh, he's
probably.
brave now.
Yeah, look at him go. He's left his bone behind. And so what is super important, that when you clip up that lead and take him out, that he takes that bone back to the car and that's his. Oh, wow. No one's done that yet.
I mean, look how brave he is. And he's quieting right down. So brave. Forgotten about his bone.
Well, what's that, he says? I love the noises that they make. Oopsies. Can you figure that out? Too hard basket, fair enough. And for dogs that are really pingy and reactive and bouncy and that sort of stuff, to actually spend time on one puzzle and figure it out and actually finish it is a skill that this can teach. They're not often born with that. They're born for the instant gratification thing, because otherwise they probably wouldn't have survived up until this point, right?
Look at him working across it. Smart.
So
Hello.
if we were to set up this at home, or do stuff like
Yeah.
this, would that help settle him down?
Absolutely, it would. I would do one at a time, so I'd pop the other dog somewhere else, give one a go, swap the other dog, give this one a go. But yeah, absolutely. I set this up in my garage on rainy days when I can't be bothered taking my guys for a walk, because they would run in the rain. I don't particularly want to. But my cattle dog would do this and he'd be just as buggered as if we did a 5K walk. Like, mentally, it fulfills them quite well. Especially when and the thing I love about this is, yeah, there's stuff that you can buy, but a lot of this stuff is either council pickup or recycling that I was going to throw out anyway, or, you know, like old shorts or something that has a hole in it that you're not going to wear anymore, turn it into a thing and hide treats in it. Like, it doesn't need to be expensive.
And even roll the towel up.
Yeah.
Put the treat,
Toilet rolls.
fold the towel
Oh,
over.
no, we can't do that because he already tears the toilet.
Yeah, my girl does that.
Yeah, okay, fair.
Oh, we can do it with the cardboard.
He's very methodical now.
He is, isn't he?
His rear rib's still up there, I think.
You just
Yep.
picked it up and dropped it again.
Nice. That's a huge thing for this little fella today.
And he,
See the start and now look at him so relaxed.
he is at about the 15-minute mark. And see, not like the 15-minute standard isn't created equally, because he probably spent the first 10 minutes actually just going, and then now his work time's kind of started. She's all right. She's early for the next one.
He's thinking.
It surprises me he's not picked up the toys.
Yes. Is he a toy dog?
He is.
Maybe his retriever had a slobbery mouth. Or whatever.
Maybe.
I just like how Willow picked up the duck, nothing else. It's like, she picked up. Really nice to see this little fellow work.
And you can hear him start to go
Chucking.
now too, which he wasn't doing at the start. He was probably using his eyes a bit more and going bang, 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 bang. But now when we use our nose, we actually have to, we buried the peanut butter over there. That's right. And so how many things that are in the space and how far apart the things are in the space will either speed them up or slow them down. So you can play with that at home. So if I only had 3 things in here, they'd probably finish them quite quickly and then explore the space. Whereas at home, they'd probably finish them quite quickly and then go do whatever they were going to do anyway. If you put them really far apart, it can often encourage like running between them. Whereas when there's lots really close together, they don't get the time to get distracted. They don't get the time to start running around and carrying on like a wally. So you can start and again, that's as a general rule, but we know that every dog is an individual. So you can play with that at home and see what that does. And this doesn't need to be extra food either. This can be the food that they were going to eat in their meals, in their bowls anyway.
I know, they're
Oh,
falling
what did
down.
she do? Did she do something?
I did.
That's such a normal Staffy thing.
No, because I'm
To be
using my
calm when
hand,
they're
that's
calm,
my
and then as soon as
hand.
something moves, it's like, oh my God,
Sit on this
and we
food, you
slingshot
moved.
up.
You moved. Got to be a treat in that pocket somewhere.
And it's just, is this important to me? Do I need to be paying attention to this? Oh, okay, now I checked it out and I'm fine, and now I can go back to doing what I was doing.
And he's not pouring, he was just investigating, he's not pouring like he started.
And that's part of where the reactivity piece comes into too. Do I slingshot off and is that thing about me? Oh, okay, no, it's actually not. And then I can return, and their nervous system learns to go up, down, up, down.